Good morning, class. Today we're going to introduce abstract classes. So in this video, I'm going to go over the general ideas behind abstract classes, and then in the next video, I'm going to actually go through a theoretical example of an abstract class, and then in another video, we're going to go through a more realistic example of an abstract class, not some sort of abstract not some sort of theoretical abstract class, but something that could be legitimately used. Okay, so first thing to note with abstract classes is this: public abstract class. So it's not public class and then the name of the class is public abstract class. So that is a key word there. It indicates that this is an abstract class. So what are abstract classes? So first off, abstract classes are not concrete classes. Everything we've dealt with up to this point have been concrete classes. Now, a concrete class has everything defined, and an abstract class might not necessarily have everything defined. We'll see what we mean by that here shortly. So some differences. We cannot construct abstract classes. I can't call the abstract class constructor. I can't have references to an abstract class object. So I can't do this. I can't say new abstract class. Can't do that. Now, I can have abstract class references, and these references refer to some subclass of the abstract class. I think I might have misspoke a little bit earlier when I was mentioning references. So I was referring to I can't create an object. Thus, I can't have a reference to it. That's what I was meaning earlier. Here, I can't. What this is saying is I can have a abstract class reference. This won't actually have a reference to an abstract class object. Instead, it'll be to some subclass of the abstract class, as long as that subclass is concrete. Okay, so there's some of the ideas behind what we can and can't do with abstract classes, but let's look at what abstract classes actually have. So abstract classes have constructors, they have fields. Sorry, they can have constructors, they can have fields. Now that might seem weird to you, because even though we can't construct an abstract class object, having a constructor gives subclasses the ability to initialize the fields in a controlled manner that we have in the abstract class. Because again, an abstract class can have fields. So if we have a subclass of this class, we want a way to initialize those fields, and the way to initialize those fields is through your constructor. So our subclass would call the superconstructor, which is the constructor of the abstract class. Now, abstract classes can have both methods and they can have both concrete methods and abstract methods. Now, concrete methods are what we are familiar with. They have both a header and a body. Everything in the method is defined, and we can run and test the method. So an abstract class can have concrete methods, but also going to have abstract methods. Now, abstract methods only have a header. They don't have a body. So in other words, you've defined how the method's called, but the behavior of the method is going to be implemented in an abstract class, in a subclass of the abstract class. So we've left the exact definition of how it's defined. We just have okay, here's what it returns, here's the name of the method, and here's the parameters it receives. That's it. Now, if a class has at least one abstract method, the class has to be abstract. But a class can be abstract even if it doesn't have a single abstract method. So again, let me repeat those two statements. If a class has an abstract method, the class has to be abstract. But a class can be abstract even if it doesn't have an abstract method. Now, one of the big points of doing abstract classes is you're going to be defining these sorts of things inside your subclasses. So a subclass has to define all the abstract methods. If a subclass doesn't define all the abstract methods, that subclass is also going to end up being abstract. Now, this is just the ideas behind what an abstract class is. It doesn't go into the ideas of, okay, oh, that's kind of neat. What would I actually use this for? But we're going to get to those later on. I just wanted to talk about the ideas behind an abstract class. Now let's look at this example of an abstract class, and we'll expand upon this in a later video as well. So again, an abstract class can have fields and have constructors. If you notice, that doesn't look anything different than what we've done before. So we got a field, and in these constructors, we initialize the field. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I can't do this. I could do this. It's just if I have abstract class AC, it would have to be equal to some new subclass of this abstract class. So I can have concrete methods. So these are two concrete methods. Again, that's what you're familiar with. You're familiar with the idea of concrete methods. It's what we've been doing this whole time. We create a method, we define both its body and the header. Now, here we have two abstract methods. Again, with an abstract method, you only have the header, you don't have the body. So the header, we just have to indicate with the word abstract. So public abstract, and then the regular method. Public abstract, regular method. And also these methods end with a semicolon. All right, so again, next video, we're going to reiterate this, and we're going to go into what a subclass and client class and so forth would look like. Another video, we'll look at an actual, more realistic example, not some sort of theoretical example. All right, thank you, and have a good day.